Welcome to Corks and Convo. My name is Regina, along with my co hosts, Shadon and Tiffany. This podcast is for women and women over 50. Today, we're just doing a recap of season one. We've completed a whole season, and we just wanted to kind of recap everything that we went through, and we're just going to talk about some of the topics. So, ladies, are you ready to have an uncorked conversation?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, so we
Go.
started off with a bang. We started off with frenemies. Now,
Mm.
this one hit really personal for me. But how did the episode hit for you? Did you listen to it back, or what did you guys think?
I hate to hear myself on the phone or on a speaker, but it was most definitely interesting, and I thought I could have said some more stuff after the fact, but thumbs up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was cool. I listening to our videos after. Like I think it's cool to like go back like the week after and hear us, how we be going. But I think the
It was
topic was
almost like
awesome.
an
The topic,
argument. I felt like there was something else I could say.
hmm
It was, how
yeah, the
like you're
topic was
you're
on
talking to
point.
someone and you be like, I could have said something else. I could have said this. I could have said that. It was one of those times. I could have said something else. Sorry, Tiff, if you was talking.
I love the topic because it was like, for me, it was just like, not necessarily therapy, but it was therapeutic in the sense that I got to share the story of how a person who I thought was my friend for many years, like over 50 years, had how they really felt. And I didn't even know that this was really a thing, frenemies. So, and me telling my
Mhm.
story, I have heard three other ladies come up to me and was like, I have had a same kind of experience. One of them, it was with their own family member, and it was just been, I got a lot of good positive feedback and reinforcement about that. And the mostly what people said is they were very surprised how I handled it. They didn't think that they all thought that I handled it very well, but none of them said that they would handle it the way that I did. They all wanted to handle it like the previous me would have handled it. But when you this grown age, you try your best not to be in the streets acting a fool, embarrassing your children and grandchildren. But baby, I think if we were to been in proximity of each other, the story might have
Mhm.
been a little bit different, and it may not have been physical, but I think I would have been more rah rah, cursing, all of that. And thank God I was on my way to church when all of this happened, so I was going to the right place, um, so that I
Right.
could act like I had some sense. Did you
Mhm.
guys get any feedback? Anybody say anything specific about that particular episode?
Nope. I didn't hear anyone say anything specific about it.
Tell me about their experience. They were telling me about their experience with the
Mm,
same kind of
yeah.
situation. And they were definitely saying like the old me would have did this and the new me handled it like that. So it was cool to hear the similarities of how you said you handled it. And then
Hmm.
basically like if it was me back in the day, it would have went
Hmm.
down like that. So it was like
Yeah.
very similar. I think, definitely different people, but I think a lot of people deal with it. I mean, we all personally shared our actual stories even on that caught, recording, and it was like
Hmm.
thinking about it. I kind of went back to that point. I went back them years back. Like I felt it again.
Yeah.
Mhm. Brings up memories.
Yeah, and I think that
Yeah.
the next one, the topic, the episode was ageism, and I feel like
Oh
this
yeah.
particular episode they got to see more of our personalities because we kind of chopped it up. We talked about how we love the ratchet stuff, but we like this. Like it was a good conversation because to me, even though it was about ageism, what I got out of everything is you have to have balance. Like, we have a very
Right.
structured life, but sometimes you need that little ratchet whatever to get you whatever. And I often say that, when I go to the gym, that's my gym music. I need that to get me popping, to keep me focused, to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. So I felt like that episode, people got to see more of our personalities. Tiffany, what did you say? Because you was cutting up on this one.
Ageism? Was it the
Mhm.
ageism one?
Yes, because remember you kept
Oh
on
yeah,
saying,
yeah. On that one, man, yeah. Oh yeah, I like to get popped on the bud, and I just kind of went in on that one a little. Yeah, I was talking about how the music, like we live in a day and age where we want to dress and fit. The way we dress and present ourselves is the way we feel. So I'm not gonna be popping up on the scene with some some old Hamricks pants and some link shoes, and it's certain stuff I like. It's certain things I want to wear, and it's certain people and music I want to hear. And it sets my mood, it sets my mood. So yeah, that was a good one. How you old as you feel. You are as old as you feel. You want to sit up and act like an old lady, you're gonna be one. So if you want to get out here and live, you better get on to it and start doing it.
And the feedback I got was about Shadon and the people trying to talk to her, the young people, the young guy trying to talk to you. You was like, I'm shocked and appalled or something like that. She was mad.
Shadon said, what you want to be? Papa Smurf?
Yes, they did. They wanted me for my cream. They want me for my papers, because I'm like, what can I do for you? Like, is you gonna teach me something new? I don't know, but I was like, I really have, and in reality, just who I am, I do have a problem with dating and the age bracket that I just came up for Shadon. So I was looking like, kid, get out of here. You are younger than my son. I don't want to.
So I'm just going to recap from that particular episode. Shadon said no to younger people talking, younger men trying to talk to her. She did not like it. And I said it didn't bother me because, honestly, it's a compliment to me. If I could still turn a head at this age, I mean, I still got a little pop left, so it doesn't bother me. And Tiffany, you said what?
Pop my back. And she was like, yes.
I like it. I think people need to, come. I'm okay with it. I have no problem. I think the people know what they want to see. They know what they see. Their eyes ain't fooling them, and I think that it's okay to get a compliment. I think we work real hard, and a lot of times we don't even give ourselves the okay to say, you know what, I'm gonna put on some clothes today and be about my, and look my best. So when I get it, it's reaffirming. It's just something I think is okay. It's all right to be appreciated. It's all right to be seen, because we be unseen a lot. But when you be seen and people notice you, I mean, it's all right. You're going to be seen. You beautiful. You supposed to be. We are beautiful women. I'm sorry. I'm going to pat our back right there. We beautiful, Yes.
Yes.
So the next for episode 3 was one that we talked about, but I let a couple of guys listen to this and they had some stuff to say. So this one was men choosing easy women, and not easy in the sense of being able to have sex with them. It was easy in the sense of wait a minute, Tiff, you Okay. It was easy in the sense of they don't have to do anything to really work at getting this woman to keep this woman. They just pick somebody that they can buy McDonald's or something small and feel like they did something. They didn't want to step up and take on the responsibility of really being a man in a relationship in the traditional sense of it.
Mhm.
So, all right, Shadon, tell me what you thought about this particular episode.
Oh, I love it, but I most definitely have had a couple of guys, because I say it all the time. I have a hard shell on the outside. I'm probably egg putty inside of the shell. But I I always say, like, the guys, to get to know me is a lot. I know it's a lot. So the guys tend to over choose and choose somebody as easier going than me, because I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give them the business from the beginning. So I love the episode. I love just the views of you guys as my co-host. I love your views on it. So it gave me a different view to look at it, especially as I got older.
Yeah.
And Tiff, what did you think about this? Because you were pretty passionate about this topic as well.
What, to give me the topic one more time? You know, I got ADHD. I just
Men choosing easy women.
what is
Did she hear me? Men choosing easy
No.
women.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, this topic was very dear to me. It all boiled down to this: strong men choose strong women. That was the epitome of that whole conversation to me, because, and I think that was one of my topics. I said that for a reason, because I wanted to know how many people really believe strong men choose weak women. First of all, and I think we had a comment where somebody said it. They were like, strong men choose strong women. And so I like that part. Like, it makes you think. Like, I'm like, we can put all these topics up, but I want people to think about what we're saying, because if you really want to know if a strong man, if he's strong, he's not going for no weak woman. It's not going to work out. He's not going to go for it. And even if he liked her because she looked good, or she might have been, every curve in the right place, but he get here and it's all going to stop. He's going to see certain stuff. So that topic was very dear to me, because for a long time, I would try to link with people who were not strong, thinking it'll work out. Oh, we'll make it work, because I'm a strong woman. But that ain't the way it works. You have to find people that are your match, or let people find you that are your match. And a weak man is going to always get a weak woman, because he can't deal with a strong woman. But a strong man, he going to want a strong woman every time.
Amen. I definitely agree with that. That one is hitting a little different as we speak to me. I definitely understand that. Episode 4 was probably the one that people related to the most. All of my friends, at least, who had listened to it and watched it, they could definitely relate. This one was raising our parents, and y'all know how I feel about these parents of mine over here that don't listen. They need to be on punishment. They think they grown. Mine over here, they be doing the most. All right, so Shadon, tell me what you thought about that episode.
I love that episode because mine's is doing the most too. Both of them, honey. Both of them. Both of them. To be honest, like I said, it gave me an opportunity to really talk about my feelings, like really get and see that I'm not in a boat by myself, that I am most definitely struggling here and raise my kid, and now I'm raising my parents. So that was very dear to me, something that I am touched by on a regular, every day.
And Tiff, what about you?
Same here, man. Like, they are they're always going to be really front and center in my life. So they're not going nowhere until they go somewhere. So, but I, again, I love them. And I know we all love our parents. I do feel like I have to take the lead, like especially when I had to go, with my mom being sick. Like I feel that. I feel like the orchestrator. I mean, they're moving and shaking. They told me I tore their whole kitchen up, because I moved all the spices all over the place. And I did that because I have to set up stuff, especially when I'm put in an environment. This is how I cook. This is how I move and do. So I had to go in there real quick, and they did not like that, honey. They was like, wait a minute, this is our area. You didn't decompose our whole kitchen,
You didn't redecorated their kitchen.
I had the spices over here, the this over there, the that over there, because I'm just in there helping. But in my mind, I ain't thinking I'm messing up nothing. But they'll let you know. They'll let you know quick when you do anything out of the order in there,
No, my mama will tell you ain't no woman going in her kitchen. I ain't going in her kitchen, so I don't know.
So
she
like
sure
I
will
said,
tell you, honey.
So like I said, I think that's episode I had the most people could relate to this particular topic, because a lot of us are still blessed to have our parents. And even though we sit here and pick and talk about them, we wouldn't have it no other way. I'm sure that all of us feel that same way, that we wouldn't have it no other way. And we know that we're blessed to have our parents, both of our parents, and all of our parents are still married. So that's a blessing in itself, all three of us. So we have been all blessed, and we are clear about that. So don't nobody got to come in our comments talk about nothing. Like, we clear that we are all blessed. It's a blessing to be able to put my parents on punishment. It's a blessing, even though they make me crazy sometimes. All right, so the next one was this one I think was the one that I feel like I thought was like a sleeper. I didn't realize the impact that it had on me. So this one, episode 5, was called Self-Care and Mental Health Awareness. And we really talked about how do we take care of ourselves? How do we take care of our mental health? And I thought, I mean, everybody is different, and I know that, but just listening to you guys, it made me say, hey, maybe I need to pour a little bit more into me and to, make sure that I'm doing enough to sustain me. I thought I was, because I always tell everybody, like, I love to dance. That's my way to release. Working out is a way to release. But honestly, these calls, my girlfriends, having dinner, things like that, that's therapy for me. So I really, really enjoy those things too. But recap some of the things that you guys talked about for your self-care and mental health awareness. Go ahead, Shadon.
I see a therapist. I am seeing a therapist a couple, maybe once a month or whatever, just to kind of like vent and get some things out. I will call out when need be. I need a hardcore reset. So those are the things that I continuously do on a regular, just to kind of reset. So like listening to you guys gave me some insight on some different things and stuff that I could most definitely put in place to do.
That's good. Yeah, same, man. Like, just taking your time, getting your rest. I think that was a huge one for me. Like, now I go to bed by 9 o'clock. I do not play. Sometimes I get up and I stay up a little longer than normal, but I will definitely get in the bed and I get up early. Like, when I posted this morning, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was up. I was up, honey, and I love it. I love, like, Regina be encouraging me with this exercising in the morning thing. Because I'm going to tell you, I've been doing it. And it's the best. It's the best feeling. It sets like she said it. She said it sets her day. It's been setting my day. It has been setting my day. I don't have no excuses because I do it the first thing in the morning. After my meditation, I am upstairs in that sauna, or I'm on that treadmill walking, or I'm doing squats, or I'm doing some weights, or just making sure I do stuff because I gotta hold me accountable. So that's mine. Like, I can go shopping and all the, but that right there supersedes all of that, because that shopping ain't gonna work when I'm sitting up here can't hardly breathe. You know what I'm
And
saying?
so,
Can't sit up.
and for me, Tiffany, that's my way of pouring into me first. Like I am taking care of me first before my day even starts. Now, if it's a day that I have some other things lined up, that's fine, but at least I've already did this. Everything else is extra at that point. And honestly, I realized that it's really, really good for my mental health. And to the point, like today, on Thursdays, I don't go to the gym. I don't do anything. It's like my reset day because I work late at the hospital on Wednesday. I don't go outside. I don't do anything. It's like my reset day. But I still wake up early and still be thinking, maybe I should go to the gym. And I was like, no, I have to give my body time to heal, because recovery is necessary as well. Especially when you go as much as I'm going, doing as much as I'm doing. Recovery is very real. But yeah, so I'm glad that you have been inspired by my exercising. So just
I look
for
your picture every day.
So just
I look
for
for your picture every day.
Did I put y'all in this group? Did I put y'all in this group I'm in? So for transparency, my girlfriends, Jackie and Renee, we do a check-in in the morning. I check in and I'm on the treadmill checking in. I'm always the first person checking in. And then Renee checks in and she'll be like, Riri, thank you for the push, because we just try to motivate us to keep moving. And then I'm in a group, my girlfriend and her husband have a group. And so what I do, me and my nephew, we go to the gym just about every day. He goes with me, and me and him will take a picture together at the end of the workout. And he always look like he's so forced to take this picture, right? So people be like, man, he looked like he mad. And I said, me, you got people thinking I'm abusing you. But he do it because he loves me. He don't want to do it, but he exercise because he loved to exercise. But that picture is hard. But so what I've been doing is I take the pictures that I take in the gym, and I've been making it into like a little video, and I upload it in that exercise group, because it's accountability. When I see them people posting in that group, I'll be like, you know what? I ain't got no excuse. Like they even on vacation and they walk and they doing something. So it's just encouraging. So for me, it's motivation in that. So if y'all are interested in joining that group, I can add y'all to that group. But it's very good motivation for us. So I really, really enjoyed the episode about self-care and mental health awareness. But then this one, I think Shadon loved it more than me. It was Love After 50. She was so excited. She was so excited. What you supposed to say, Shadon, about me?
What? Beyonce.
How I say it?
Beyonce. I lied to you now. It was this lady, and she was just talking, and I said it like, because when like you like, well, my fiance, and I'd be like, fiance, like I, you know, like somebody said right after. So this lady said in the store, and I was like, ooh, I was like, no offense. I was like, my girlfriend, she said, and I was like, no, I was like, fiance, my fiance. Like, sorry.
I love it.
Anyway, that particular episode was good. It was able to say, like, you know, Tiffany said it earlier, like we can be unseen, and to be seen by somebody, and for them to still take you with all your flaws and all. It was very it was just, I guess it was, for me, it was just like, I don't feel like I was unseen. Let me start by saying that. I don't feel like I was unseen. I didn't want to be seen at the time. That's what I want to say. I wasn't ready to be seen. I had to do the work. I had to do all the things, and I wasn't ready. But when I was ready, it was nice to be validated in that particular area. And, you know, when you going through it and you working on your discernment and your healing and all of that, you kind of leery and you put one toe out, but you bring it back in. You just really don't know what to expect. So I get it. And I just hope that all of us And I mean, all of us have the loves of our life because we deserve them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that
And
episode was serious for me too. It was
mm,
it was like finally you a whole nother person.
mhm,
I'm not 50, but I'm right at it. And
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you right now, I am nowhere near who I was now versus who I
mm,
used to be back. So now my
mhm,
eyes are different. I think Sean was talking about me having that picker. She was talking about that
Mm-hmm.
picker,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
mhm,
that picker is well and refined, honey. It's
mm,
just,
mm,
and then not
mhm,
everything being that red flag, right? So it was a
mhm,
really good episode. Yeah.
mhm, mhm. I'm telling you, and
And
at
what about you,
50,
Shadon?
listen, that was a really good episode. How you say it's silly of me. I'm gonna say something like I'm liable to say anything, but for love after 50, as I'm taking my time and slow walking this thing
Yes.
here
Yes.
to make sure that everything, cross my T's and dot my I's and whatever that is for me. I've raised my son, honey. It is just up from here. That's what I
Yes.
feel.
All right. And since speaking about raising our sons, our next episode 7 was raising Black boys to be men. And so since we all are boy moms, that was a good topic as well. And um, thinking about it, it's hard. It's hard because we, as a
Mhm.
woman, as any parent, you just do the best you can. The kids don't come with a manual. We did what we could the best way we could. But I always say that I don't think that a woman can teach a boy to be a man. But we have
Agreed.
all been blessed to have strong male figures in our lives, our dads,
Mhm.
to do that for us, where the fathers weren't able to, or not in their lives. But so we've been blessed in that way. But also, you know, I told my kids this the other day. I was like, you're not in jail and you're productive
Mhm.
in society. I did a good
Mhm.
job.
Yeah,
Because my
Yeah.
yeah.
son
No
sent
good.
me, he sent me a TikTok like the mother was like beating the kid. And I was like, he
Mhm.
probably deserved it. And I told my son, who's 31 now, you probably need a tune up right now. So
Mhm.
leave me alone, sir. He be acting like I tried to kill them or something. But look, you still here. You're fine. Get
You're
over it.
fine. That's
Mhm.
right. That's
So what
Mhm.
right.
y'all think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this
Oh,
one?
yeah. Oh, they probably deserved it. They probably
Yeah.
deserved it. I lied to you now. We are not, even as parents, we probably weren't people who, like, I wouldn't pop off if you didn't ask for it. You know how I feel.
Mhm.
You order it, son, you're gonna get it
Right. Don't get it.
immediately. But
Mhm.
because I love my sunshine so much, I enjoy being a mom. Like that
Mhm.
is the best title besides an accountant with money or anything like that. The
Mhm.
best name that I could carry is mom. And when I
Oh, well,
say I
that's so
Yes.
love my
sweet.
sunshine, I love them because
Yes.
even the fact of, you know, having a guy at that age and still like and honestly looking at myself to say, oh, I did this. I
Mhm.
mastered being a mom.
Mhm.
Like you
Hmm.
said, not in jail, not nowhere else, but in society doing what
Yeah.
they're supposed to. I did this. What? Like
Hmm.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to bump
And I,
up
and I
to
Yeah, I agree. And I think we just got to accept, you know what I mean? Like we have all these plans and, our parents had all these plans for us, but we got to accept where they at, who they are. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like you said, Regina, they ain't out here killing and hurting and stealing and
Hmm.
in jail. We've done a great job. And I used to get frustrated with mine because I wouldn't see him hanging. Like I like to party and he ain't like that. My son is not like that, but he likes basketball. That's what he is now. Been there since 2 o'clock. Probably stayed at about 8 or 9.
mm,
But I let him do what he enjoys. And it's like I just look at how God will cover our kids and
Hmm.
they can be
mm,
their own selves. They can have their own identity,
mhm,
their own character, their own makeup. And people love them. That's what you said the other day, Regina, how your son get people that say how they love him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dang, they really do look at my baby with a good positive light. And that's a good feeling.
It really
Yeah.
is a good feeling that I'll tell you in a minute. Everybody know him from just me, and he always be like, "Ma, you know everybody," because somebody be like, "Aren't you Regina's son?" He says when he's hear that, he be like, "Oh Lord, somebody getting ready to go back and tell my mama something." But nobody's ever said a bad word about my child, and I'd be like, "You sure you got the right one?" But he's a good kid. He's a good kid, and I always tell people, when they talk about me being a mom, I always be like, I equate it to being in the military. I did my tour duty. I did it. So I did what I had to do. I feel like I did a good job. And Shadon, if you can remember, when the boys were young, we were fun moms. Like, we kept them busy. We did the things. See, we did it.
We had parties. You remember y'all took them to the game? Yeah.
Yes.
They was
we did all of the things.
Totally.
We did all of the things. So.
And the one thing we didn't mention, ladies, we did it alone.
As single moms. That's the fact. So we need to all three of us at the same time. Y'all, come on, let's pat ourselves on the back, because we did that. Yeah. And Tiffany, pat yourself on the back, honey. Yes, ma'am. Good job. Yes. Good job, ladies.
Yes.
Okay. So the next 2 episodes, we haven't posted them yet, but we're excited about what the people are going to hear in these particular ones. So this one, episode 8, was about friendships and nurturing those relationships. So Shadon, I always start with you with friendships, because you have a special place in my heart about how you see friendships.
I do. I like I always say, like, even as a young child, I didn't have a lot of friends. So like when I call you a friend, my top five, you're most definitely, you're my friend if you're in my top 5, because I didn't have a lot of friends, so I hold them totally dear, and I probably hold them to a standard really high, because you're my friend. So and they can't do no wrong. I lie to you not. I have a really close friend, and I like somebody walked up to me just the other day and was like, "Yeah, she said so and so to me." I was like, "Yeah, they probably did something to her. So what?" That's my friend. It don't matter. I ain't gonna stop talking to her, right or wrong. It's my friend. So yeah, that's how I view friendships, nurturing, because I'm totally the nurturing friend. I try to at least say something positive on notes where, because sometimes you can be down and have to have some uplifting, and sometimes you call your friend. So I'm here, but it's my favorite 5.
Tiffany, what about you?
I look at the nurturing relationships from like different levels. So you got older people, you got younger people, you just got different people, but they all contribute. They're all contributors to you, and you contribute to them. So I just look at it as twofold. Like, and I don't give that title out to everybody. That's a real, like Shadon, that's a serious title to have. And for me to give you my presence and you to be accessible to me, that's a lot, because I just feel like I get irritated with people. Certain people just irritate me, but certain people, I love them. Like, you guys have been awesome. Like, I just love the way y'all are just so inviting and kind. Y'all put up with me because I be all over the place sometimes, but I love y'all, and I love, when I love you, that means something. So that's a heavy word. And I appreciate, every one of my friends. I appreciate them.
And for me, y'all all know that I have lots of friends, and I feel sacred about my friends too. And I think I mentioned in that episode about I have relationships that I'm intentional about making sure I nurture them. I make sure that I am available to these friends, but these particular friends, so Even though I have a lot of friends, these relationships are very long friendships. I have most of my friends have been my friends for 30, 40, 50 years. So these people are these are my this is my circle, these my people. And so they know they've seen me grow, and they have allowed me to grow, because I do have people who I've grown up with who I'm not going to necessarily call them a friend but an acquaintance, and they like to keep me where I was, and that's not who I am today. So I have a problem with people who just want to live in the past. I'm not her no more. Yes, I did all of those things that you're talking about. I did them. Am I proud of them? Nope. But I did it. That was part of me growing and learning, and trying to do better. When I get mad at my children, I have to let them know. When I was growing up, they used to call me Wrecking Riri. I got the same set of skills. I just retired. And Mike Tyson is still Mike Tyson. I had to tell my kids that when they get on my nerve. Okay. But back to my friendships. So I say all of that to say that even though I have a lot of friends, I definitely mess with who I mess with. Like, it's hard. You know how the song say no new friends like that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't make new friends as I come along, but the ones who've been around for a long time, they are very, very near and dear to me, and I treasure them. And I think I told you guys, like, I don't mix my friends only on my birthday. Like, if I have a party or something like that, I mix my friends for that. But for the most part, I do not mix my friends. I'll go out with this group, then I'll go out with that group. I'm like that. And so, and that way I can have a real authentic friendship, or I can have that unfiltered, because if I was looking at if I'm in a group with other people, and then the other ones don't understand what's going on because it's an inside joke or something like that, I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. I want to be able to sit in that, and we all good. We all know where we came from. We talking about the old days, the new days, what we working on. So it's that kind of love for my friendships. So I do honor and respect all of my friends. And again, like Tiffany, you two are very special to me. I couldn't have picked two better people to do this with. I always say that I have the best conversations with you two, and that's how we got this together. I was like, we got to do it, because we always had the best conversations. I get off the phone with Shadon, then I'll be like, me and Tiff will be texting for 5 hours because she got something to say, child. Tiff got something to say. So I was just like, we just need to do something and put it together, and look at us. Here we go. Here we are today. So we're going to keep moving and growing with that. And then the very last episode of season 1 is Love Languages. This one, I really, really love it. And I use this, and I know this sounds crazy, and we probably should have some kind of way did zodiac signs with this, because because I don't necessarily believe or disbelieve the zodiac signs, but what I always say is people have similarities. And they really do. And let me tell you here's another similarity. I told you I work at the hospital every Wednesday, but so what I have noticed is some people with similar birthdays around the same time, they come in and they be having the same symptoms. Yesterday was people who was in my month. I was like, what's going on? So it's people really do have similarities. But anyway, I thought about it later on. I was like, if we would have added the love languages and the zodiac signs, I think that would have been something. So we have to build on that for next time, some kind of way. But so the love languages, me and Shadon, how long do you think we've been doing the love languages, Shadon?
Oh, forever. You know.
And the one thing about them is, as you grow, they change. So let's talk about what you guys' love languages were.
Oh, I know mine's is touch. Touch it. Touch, honey, touch. Because like, if like, I want like put your hand on it. Yes. Go, Tiff. Tell them your love language.
Quality time and acts of service.
Okay.
Quality time and acts of service. Yeah.
I think
all day.
I know mine's is words of affirmation and quality time. But I like physical touch. I love physical touch. But I still don't think acts of service works for me. I don't know. But you know what I will say? It got to depend on the person, because I know one person, he could do no wrong. Everything he did was an act of service, and he was really good. And I never thought about it. No, I'm not even trying to. She make me say. I'm not even trying to say it like that. Like, he did a lot, and I just, when I went back to think about things, those were acts of services. But he could do no wrong in my eyes. So he was giving me the physical touch. He was giving me. Oh, maybe not enough quality time. So maybe that's why he was giving me the acts of service. So you know what I'm saying? I when you go and analyze the relationships, you have to look at things like that. And I'm not even being funny. Like, I'm saying that from the perspective of, just like we talked about, we not the same. So who was I in that relationship? Who was I in that other relationship? You see what I'm saying? So I was looking at it from that point, that perspective, because when I do my healing, I have to see what part I played in everything. So I just be looking at all of the things. But anyway, I know that the episodes, the friendship, nurturing friendships, nor the love languages have been posted yet. So we look forward to everybody watching those and telling us what they think about them. And for season 2, we're asking for your input. We're asking for you to be more proactive and tell us what you're interested in hearing, so that we can add that into season 2. Tiffany, take it away.
All right, guys, this has been another Uncorked conversation. We thank you guys for joining. We're going to get our drinks. Today is water for me, so I'm gonna just raise this up, and I'm gonna just ask you guys to ask. You want to add to the
put out my lipstick. This is all I got. Season 2.
I don't have anything. We looking forward to season 2.
Season 2, come back here.
Season 2, come on back.
Raise it up.
Come on back. They got their waters.
We're gonna put your lipstick on, Shadon, and we're gonna raise up our bottles.
Come back. See us. We'll be here.
Here's to another Uncorked conversation. Here's to another Uncorked conversation with Courts and Convo. And we thank you guys for joining, and we hope you have a great remainder of the day. And thank you for joining us for our recap episode number 10. This
is 10, yes.
So thank you guys. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. And have a great evening. Thank you guys.
See you guys.
Goodbye.
Come back. Season 2.
All right. That's right. Season 2 on the way.